Ok, chào mừng mọi người nha. Chúng ta đã bắt đầu phiên bản 2.1 của Sunrail. Nói chung là không có động lực gì để làm hết. Vì đơn giản là câu chuyện bên đây thì nó quá dài dòng, số lượng người chú ý thì cũng ít. Và nói chung bản thân mình ngay từ trong cốt thì ta không thích cái trò này rồi. Mà nhân vật đẹp ra thì cốt truyện khó hiểu và nhiều yếu tố khác cản trở, hay là vì chủ đề về vũ trụ ngoài không gian nó quá là khó hiểu tên nhân vật, đôi khi còn không có đọc được nữa, thì lấy động lực đâu ra để mà làm cái game này. Và cũng chả có nền tảng kiến thức gì nữa, tất cả mọi cái đều là ảo tưởng thôi. Thực sự nó là một kiểu game trong game luôn. Vì bản chất cái trò này nó không có dựa trên một cái tiêu chuẩn ngoài thực tế gì hết, ngoại trừ là cái tính cách nhân vật thì nó vẫn là con người ra thôi, nó không có bị thú tính, bị súc vật hóa, thì nó chả có gì vui nữa cả. Đấy, rồi đầu tiên thì sẽ thử nhân vật trước nha. Giảm sức bền và kháng toàn thuộc tính, bí kỹ để trực tiếp tiêu diệt kẻ địch. Ok đấy. Vậy không lẽ nhất định là phải con Acheron này sao? Khó hiểu đấy. Lập tức tiêu diệt, không cần vào chiến đấu, chưa đánh trúng kẻ địch sẽ không tiêu hao bí kỹ. Ok. Tức là vào boss thì mới phải đánh với nó hả, hay là như thế nào? Đúng là boss thì mới phải đánh. Nhận một điểm mông tàn, nó một tầng tắt đỏ cho kẻ địch, sát thương lôi lên cái này, đừng sát thương lôi lên đi qua gần. Nó mông tàn quyết không chiếm đoạn tiệp, nó sát thương nhỏ, nó sát thương lên chặt một đang đặt giới hạn. Đây kích hoạt tuyệt kỹ, thời gian tuyệt kỹ đã bỏ qua thủ tính điểm yếu, giảm sức bền kẻ địch, một phe địch giảm kháng toàn tính trong thời gian một đơn vị. Tôi chơi sẽ nhận một tàn nó rất đỡ cho kẻ địch biến thì tấn công kẻ địch. Rồi một cái nữa là cơ chế gameplay của cái game này, vì nó nói nhiều lần rồi, ví dụ Genshin thì mình có thể thao tác kết hợp các nguyên tố tạo ra phản ứng như thế nào đó, tạo lối chơi đa dạng và giúp cho những nhân vật của game có đất chuyển, có thêm khả năng sử dụng. Còn cái game này có hệ, có điểm yếu hay là có thuộc tính, có cái gì đó cho có thì cuối cùng nhân vật vẫn phải đánh một mình thôi. Ngoài vấn đề là tăng hoặc là búp ra thì các thuộc tính nó chỉ, hay là điểm yếu gì đó nó chỉ mang tính là để mà cho có, cho vui thôi, và tạo hiệu ứng màu sắc thôi. Chứ còn thật sự thì khi đánh với boss thì mọi người phá được điểm yếu nó bao nhiêu lần, và phá được điểm yếu rồi thì có làm cho con boss nó dễ đánh hơn không? Đấy, không có nhiều cái mình cũng không thể hiểu được. Thua về mặt cơ chế thì thôi banh rồi. Gameplay là cái không bao giờ có thể cứu được luôn, tại vì đó là cái cơ bản từ ban đầu của trò chơi. Và vì cái game này nó chỉ có như thế thôi, và chẳng có cách nào giúp cho số nhân vật của chúng ta có lối chơi tốt hơn, hoặc là có cách kết hợp khác để một số nhân vật có thực sự là không quan trọng lắm, hoặc là không đáng để chơi, nó có khả năng phát huy và được chú ý, để nhân vật tạo ra, ít nhất là nhân vật tạo ra không bị phế. hay là nhân vật tạo ra vì thế ấy, hay là có cơ hội được tận dụng lại như thế nào đó. Còn số nhân vật mọi người thấy được rồi chỉ nuôi chỉ tổ thiếu phí tài nguyên thôi. Còn các nhân vật 5 sao thì nó lại quá phụ thuộc vào vũ khí ý độc quyền mà thường gọi là trấn đấy. Đấy, có nhiều thứ quá là quá cần phải tìm, quá cần phải đầu tư, và kỹ năng không có giúp ích được gì cho cái trò này cả, vì đa phần thì chỉ ngồi là thả cho auto thôi, chứ ngồi mà đánh thanh bay mà đánh 100-1000 lượt giống như vậy sao chịu nổi. Rồi phá về vấn đề tốc độ nữa và khó hiểu. Nói cơ chế của game đã thất bại từ đầu rồi. Đấy, và mọi người thấy là nhân vật sau nó cứ hơn nhân vật trước như thế này thì càng về sau quá thì mọi người càng chơi ở cuối thì cái trò này nó càng hiệu quả hơn. Cuối cùng thì chả hiểu để gắn bó cái trò này để làm cái gì luôn. Từ xa thì đã trải qua rồi ha. Và một cái nữa khiến cho cái trò này là mình rất là nản là chính vì gameplay không có tính sáng tạo và cực kỳ gò bó của trò chơi, khiến cho càng về sau thì các nhân vật được tạo ra càng ngày nó càng vô lý, càng vô lý hơn. Còn các nhân vật đi trước đó thì càng ngày càng lỗi thời, mà không phải vì đó là điểm yếu của nhân vật, hay là mọi người cần nhân vật để tạo được một cái gì sự khác biệt gì đó. Còn ở đây tất cả những vật đều không có gì khác biệt cả. Nhân vật lỗi thời không phải là lỗi nghĩ tại nhân vật yếu hay là như thế nào đó, cơ chế của game vẫn vậy thôi, chẳng qua là boss nhiều máu hơn nên những nhân vật trước đã đánh ông hết, đánh ông thấp máu, và cả có cách nào để cứu những nhân vật đó cả. Và cuối cùng thì mọi người sẽ có một dàn nhân vật chả để làm gì ở trong cái trò này. Đấy, và cuối cùng thì nó chỉ để nặng máy và càng chơi càng chán thôi. Đấy, thì tập trung quá gọi là quá đáng rồi một số nhân vật, hoặc là đưa ra những cái nâng cấp hay là những cái búp gọi là quá là ảo, giống như Acheron khi nãy thì mọi người cũng thấy đó, đam rất to, nâng cấp rất là dữ, mà nói thật nếu mình không thích nhân vật đó thì lại như thế nào. Đấy, anh không biết được. Ừ. Ồ, đang hàng. Rồi chúng ta tele trở về đi ha. Ồ, tướng quân lên tàu kìa, tướng quân lên làm gì đó.
I am very fond of the furnishings on the express. It is apparent that whoever decorated the train truly put their heart into it. I wonder who it was. I see. I am truly impressed by the attention to detail and taste of the conductor. The fabric of the furniture is remarkably soft. I could lie here for days. All this needs is a slow, mellow tune on the phonograph, a pot of whale-tide spring, and a few Nimbus cakes. To be here, reclining and watching shining constellations come and go as time passes one by. There could be nothing more pleasant. I'm afraid there are still official matters to attend to. I must be leaving soon. However, when work does slow down, I may return to the parlor car to put such leisure into practice. Whenever I step foot aboard the express, I feel the joy of being relieved of all of my burdens.
Trời ơi, sống gì dễ bị dụ lắm nha con. Đây có hàng đây đó hả? Vì cái game này quá là mệt mỏi nên nó thật là phải chơi cùng lúc với Genshin. Còn Genshin này đang làm gì? Đang câu cá đấy. Phải câu cá để lấy được mảnh viết. Một trong những lý do khiến cái trò này nó có chút gì đó thú vị, tức là tính cách của nhân vật chính đó. Nhân vật chính thì mình cũng đã biết rồi, tính cách thâm dở. Mặc dù là mặt mày thì nó cũng được đấy, mà tính cách thâm đơ đôi lúc nó tạo được cái điểm nhấn và là phong cách riêng khác với Nhiễm. Nhân vật chính trong các trò chơi khác thường ít có đất diễn, bây giờ đa phần là người chơi sẽ điều khiển rồi, nên nó sẽ bị ảnh hưởng nhiều bởi tính cách của người chơi. Còn ở đây thì nó là khác. Có hàng từ 100 năm trước, có hiểu không? Hứm. Hứm. À há. Cái trò này nó đã giống cái trò tung xúc xắc ở trong, Sphere of Geometry ấy. Chung là mấy trò này nó may rủi lắm. Y chang Sphere of Geometry luôn. Geometry chứ nhỉ? Mình cũng chả biết đọc tiếng gì làm. Nước quái tự giới thiệu là sẽ hướng dẫn hùng chính cảnh tra và cấm nước quái của quán viên trang độc hợp quá là người thật đầy đủ không không. Cánh tài đất gì có tài năng gì? Vậy cho bắn vào bầu trời. Ồ, cháy quá luôn kìa, cười quá vậy. Ồ, dễ thương quá. Thôi kệ nó đi. Mình cũng chả hiểu gì hết. Thì nó kêu đi đâu thì cứ đi đó vậy. Trước cho tôi đi, trước cho tôi đi. Cái game nó chẹp dạ là nghe né, nó có nhiều thông tin từ thiếu giả. Vẫn đến từ cái là người nắm, mình nghĩ sao? Cái thừa nhận bản thân biết rất gì lắm. Hả? Mình ném có giờ nếu phá nên tôi muốn mời tham gia trải nghiệm định hướng khai phá và lựa chọn cái cảm giác của anh đến chiếu nhưng xuất hiện chuyện ma quái mới biểu tình của nó khá nhiều quá trở hơn tôi đã mặc cái mùa và không hứng thú giống như mai sau nhiều việc phải làm cao tin đúng với vi phạm gia thiếu thuốc nhưng mà đang chậm chúng ta và được tiết lộ ra ngoài. Đang gia lan đồng lớn lượng trình nhỏ đi cái đấy thì thà tranh khải nhưng mình nhìn thấy tranh nhớ đi tôi nhìn nó báo trẻ đình xong cũng trả lời thú vị quá không chọn đi không chọn đi thì mất vui thường đi với tiền đã được tha nhân cái độ cần có cho nó đi lại mình cảm ơn tham gia trách nhiệm tiến lên ok rồi mà kệ nó đi ồ là cái viên của quốc tế có liên quan có này có lúc gia nhà đặc điểm ATM chứ hướng đánh giá rất cao tôi phá trong ATM nào có giống tôi phá đông lúc chưa tôi phá trong ATM cái gì chi tiết vì nào nhớ đi ABC không phải là trình độ mọi người á, là số lớp bán hay số đi nãy giờ lựa theo cảm tính. Theo cảm tính. Trời, Vòng là dân dốt hay là thiên tài? Vì chọn ai? Cô đặt trước thì cô ấy trên bàn chờ đợi thì bạn đứng đó bạn lo lắng với gần việc đến tận cửa nhà. Bây giờ vậy cô ấy như bạn đi ngang qua mức cầu xin chứng minh mặt làm ngơ. Nó toàn là chơi game không vậy. Các nạn nhân lừa đảo tóc xanh và là vợ vì khách mời sân khấu để lừa mũ cơm lưng tiếng mắt nhẹ lừa bằng thế nhưng mà không làm một hắn giả người gia ta hét lên nên nó bị nước trong bát sân khấu. Chúng mình 150 view nhận được bao lâu cả chiếc bài có mấy thông nữa luôn là chứ đó một hiệp của trận đấu quyền Anh. Thời gian nghỉ ngơi giữa hiệp mình cần nghe được đối thủ đang hoàn mình chỉ được hiểu vì đấu với đôi ca đó là số tài đó mình đã tính toán trước rồi. Nghe tay gián tiếp với đâu đó vậy mất biết rồi với đâu bằng chữ năm chúng. Được phụ phê đại giá tội. Cười quá. Có tính tượng thấp đương nhiên giờ theo thiết kế đương nhiên format mà nó vô cùng lý cùng cái lúc của nó thay về tổng hợp dữ liệu cho dù là vấn đề mở đầu khó cấp thế giới thì nào kia là chuyện nhỏ. Mua tất nhiên là mua. Hai ba bốn nhưng lúc còn có tiền chúng ta nên đầu tư cho nó lớn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 thì không được. Ôi buồn vậy. Một, hai, ba, bốn, năm. Đó. Hỏi thăm cái này giáo dục của tuân thủ điều tra sinh hoạt của trong đi la. Cái này là nhạc phổ biến nhỏ. Hả? Bây giờ map bắt chữ. Cái tay đá một cái tiền đò. Thế thì không gì tiền mà. Tồi quá, thật ra sự kiện này thì có thể chỉ đơn giản là để mọi người chơi vui, quan trọng có đá thạch gì đó hoặc bánh sao các kiểu chứ. Ồ, có thẻ luôn hả? Yêu ha. Khó hiểu quá, sao mình đóng góp ít vậy? Ok rồi, nói chung là mình chơi cũng được hay, trò này lắm á, tạm biệt đi. Rồi, không quay lại chuỗi vụ nhàm chán thường thấy về khách sạn mộng mơ gì gì đó ha. Rồi, tới đây thế nào? Ồ.
Ah, friend. My expression wasn't much better than yours when I first saw this. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. It's her. The famous singer, Robin.
Hả?
Well, first of all, can I just say that this had nothing to do with me? I'm just an unlucky bystander here. The family can testify for me. If you don't believe me, just ask anyone in the Bloodhound family. They hate me and they hate the IPC, so they'd never lie. This is not where the crime happened. What I showed you was a memory. The most basic light cone manifesting tech. Authorized by the Garden of Recollection and owned by the IPC. Did you really think the Galaxy Rangers were outsiders this whole time? Penacony has made a solemn commitment to protect the safety of anyone inside a family dream. Any person in distress will be forcibly awakened and safely returned to reality. What gives them the confidence to make such conclusive statements? Because behind this promise is the harmony. The family's Dreamweavers link up their minds together to construct an unbreakable defensive line. Breaking through this line of defense to create death in the dreamscape. Not even a memo keeper could do that without the family's permission. Who could have done it, friend? The only one is her. The girl who calls herself a Galaxy Ranger. An imposter. An unsought guest. An emanator who hides her true identity. Ifrit's death was a foregone conclusion. And Robin? Her misfortune was staring right at her. Who will be the next to die?
Hả?
It's fine. Listen to your gut. Building trust always takes time. And I'm willing to wait.
Không nha, mày
I
cũng
just
chả tốt
hope
đẹp
you
gì.
realize that wherever that legacy is concerned, covert plans are already underway throughout Penacony. Everyone's got their own agenda. Careful you don't get stuck on the wrong side. If I were you, I'd keep my distance from Acheron. After all, any schemes out in the open are always going to be better than a monster in the shadows, right?
Hả? Tao nói về bản
Who's
thân
to
mình
say
đó.
there isn't an even deeper conspiracy lurking beneath the surface?
Memo Keeper, I think our little deal is finished.
Aventurine is telling the truth. This memory is a real one, and there's no sign of any distortion grafting on.
The IPC is not the Garden, and there are real limits to what they can actually do, but you know all this. Friend, let's not beat around the bush here. The thing is, I want to reach out personally to team up with the Astral Express. I told you I'm just not interested in scrambling for the legacy. I just came to Penacony for work. I'm here to retrieve some lost property for the IPC, if you catch my drift. I'm talking ownership of this frontier prison. This has all become a bad debt thanks to the cancer of all worlds. The IPC has tried sitting down for negotiations time and again, but the family wouldn't even take our calls. You have no idea how difficult these people are to deal with. Put it this way. They've hushed up the existence of death before, so they can definitely cover up any news about Robin's death. It'll just quietly float off like a bubble and pop. Nobody ever being the wiser. That's not fair, right? So then, friend, I need your help.
Vậy đấy. chọn như thế nào nhỉ?
I have but only one goal. The family's front door is like a high wall, and to tear the whole thing down, I'll have to dig out a few chunks first. Once I find a weak point, the IPC will have plenty of means. Now we have our chance. So long as we can get to the truth behind her death, we can have justice for Robin. While also gaining a valuable bargaining chip for bringing the family to the table. Truly a once-in-a-blue-moon opportunity. I've been investigating and making lots of friends all over Penacony precisely for this very moment. This tragic news would be extremely bad for the family, so they'll be doing everything they can to stop it leaking, especially to the IPC. But I trust that there are still a few factions that remain exceptions, and that's why I need you all. The reputation of the Astral Express precedes you, and the Harmony will give you the fairest of appraisals. You get to find out really what happened and seek justice, and I get to put it toward completing my mission for the IPC. It's what you call a win-win situation. But don't worry, just head back and talk things over with your companions. That navigator is really smart. She must understand the value of this deal. Look, here's my contact details. If you come to any conclusions, call me. Oh, and take this. A thorough investigation can always use a little more funding. Don't mention it. So long, friend. I really am looking forward to uncovering the truth about death with everyone.
Aventurine just sauntered off. He really doesn't mean to force it, but something still seems off.
What now? What are your plans?
Black Swan. What is she thinking?
Rồi, 50.000 điểm mình để làm cái gì?
On the surface, this doesn't look like a bad deal for you. But Aventurine is a shrewd merchant whose scheme won't just be as simple as it appears to be. He doesn't know about Miss Firefly yet, but judging by your reaction, he may have noticed something going on and deliberately shifted topics to the truth of death to try and pull you in line with his way of thinking. That's quick thinking and very sound logic. Aventurine is no fool, and working with him definitely has its dangers. Leaving it up to fate. It's just how that gambler thinks. Anyway, be careful out there. There's more than one way to blaze a trail. In a dark forest beset by wolves, ensuring your own escape to safety should be your primary concern. As for the other questions, I'm not sure the two cases were committed by the same culprit, but that massive wound looked like its winged blade. We've all witnessed it in action before. Plus, it seems unlikely that there would be two lethal entities loose in the dreamscape. Sorry, I can't answer that question. That ranger is shrouded in mystery. I'm afraid no one is capable of providing an answer. But without a doubt, she is the most special guest at this banquet. It's like Aventurine said just then. It's best to keep your distance from her. Two victims appearing one after the other in a very short time span, in and of itself, that's very unusual. Two possibilities. The collapse of Penacony's dreamscape has started speeding up, making death extremely agitated and weakening the family's protections. Or everything has been planned out and executed by someone. If someone has chosen these victims deliberately, First a smuggler, then a family celebrity. Then this murderer's motives are worth thoroughly chewing over. It's all happened so quickly, I can only make conjecture. After leaving here, go have a chat with your companions. I hope you can clarify the source of this confusion. Come, this way. It's a short walk. Don't get lost. This way. This is where we part ways. All of this is like a nightmare. Unfortunately, the remembrance doesn't lie. What we just saw is the reality that happened, and it won't fade from our minds just because we wake up. But follow your heart and don't be afraid. We all walk through this world casting shadows of different lengths, and ultimately, all we leave behind are precious memories. Hold on just a sec. There you go. A small parting gift. If one day you unfortunately fall into the deep waters of the memory zone and there's no memo keeper to join you, hopefully it can guide you on my behalf. I also pay great attention to the ways of the world. Just think of this as an apology from me for hiding something from you. Then, I've something private to take care of regarding that Galaxy Ranger. Let's leave things there, shall we? What fascinating memories will you bring for me next time we meet? I sincerely look forward to them.
A family rep. Is Himiko okay?
This is ridiculous! How come I keep bumping into
Nói chung về chủ đề này thì mình không có gì để bình luận hết nhá, câu chuyện không thể đoán trước được. Còn ai đã xem leak hay là ở đâu đó thì có thể tự nhiên mình không xem leak, cũng không theo dõi các trang của game gần đây, do cái độ của game ngày càng xấu ha. Đối với người chơi cũ nên mình không theo dõi gì hết nha. Đây. Đây, game chưa ra được tới 1 năm mà đã có sự kiện người chơi mới rồi. Không, sự kiện người chơi cũ quay lại rồi thì thật là mệt mỏi. Nên thôi.
So much has happened. I should take a moment to gather my thoughts and wait for everyone to arrive.
Hả?
Better unsheath that blade now, Ranger.
Do you still dream, Hunter? Of those slain by your hand?
It appears the outcome has already been determined.
We're still alive, as are you. You still have room to make a choice. Leave the music box behind, and then go.
Choice. The bloody trail of the destruction leaves no room for hesitation.
The Taurus Fire Demon. Even if you sacrifice your life for that Eon, you won't get special treatment.
Ranger, you tread the narrow path of the hunt. You could never understand. We come from the fire, and are born bathed in fire. We spread, burn, and destroy, until all the kindling has burned out and we leave only ashes on the ground. Burning forms the entire life of a fire demon, from the beginning to the end. We are born to die, just to put into practice a profile of another universal truth. All things are created for the destruction.
Your companions don't seem to think so. They fight for your chance at survival.
They are my children, and just as I was, they are flames that have yet to burn white hot. They're still young, and I don't blame them. But my flames are faint, and time is running out. Can you see the planet of festivities in the distance? I plan to bring Purgatory with me there, and before that, I must surpass you.
Why?
Because on the path they have forged, you have traveled farther than I have.
No.
Emanator. You cannot hide your true identity. Draw that sword, for we shall indeed remain here, bound to fight a decisive battle to the death, for I choose this. Destruction is intense, but brief. To cravenly cling to life is to endure an endlessly prolonged existence.
Even if the answer turns out to be your own destruction.
What is important is not the answer, but that it exists, just as you exist. Everything exists to be destroyed. Emanators are no different. Just as even sweet dreams may be born of the void, the so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen.
All right. I accept.
You shall witness the most brilliant and intense fire in existence. May this flame illuminate the farthest reaches of your bottomless dream.
A bottomless dream. Yes, that's right. But you've made one small mistake. This blade remains in its scabbard not out of pity or scorn. It's a personal secret that I don't want to disclose, but perhaps out of reciprocity. I'll reveal the truth to you. The hunt is not the path I truly follow. May death be the end of your boundless dream, guiding you back to the waking world. I still see them in my dreams. Hold it. Their time hasn't come yet.
My time.
I've seen many clever disguises that can conceal appearances, but they can never cover up who a person really is. And you're no different. You had no desire to kill the Trailblazer. You only did what you did to drive me and the Memo Keeper away, but why? Did Destiny's slave make you do it?
You know, Elio.
I thought this is just the kind of thing that'd get written into your script.
My script has always been brief. Other than that, anything beyond that is unnecessary. He knows my nature. There is but a single destiny from which no one can escape. And until then, I hold the privilege of choice. However, you appear to be ignorant of this. So it's time for me to inquire. Who exactly are you?
Not your enemy, perhaps.
That's not what I asked.
I don't deserve your curiosity. Loners wandering the cosmos always have their secrets. Take me. I'm wanted by the IPC, so it's little wonder that I know something about the Stellaron Hunters. That's all. Maybe I can help.
What reason would you have for doing that?
I tend to forget things. Which is why, rather than memories, I'm accustomed to using my emotions to capture what I normally wouldn't otherwise. So, I know who is inside that cold armor. How about it? Ready to take off that armor and sit down for a talk?
It's not yet time. I don't need help, but I can give you a suggestion that would make things better for you and me. If your goal is the Watchmaker's legacy, then go look into the family. Not only are they covering up the existence of death, but they're burying the past and the truth about what happens inside the dreamscape.
Already on it.
And the Astral Express is no enemy of yours.
I know that. I just never expected to hear you say it. What's next, then? The Trailblazer's been taken by Black Swan. Will you go look for him?
No need for that. No harm in mentioning that Elio's only given me one instruction. Get all of the Astral Express to track down the Grand Legacy. I tried settling this in an easier and more direct way, but as you can see, here I am confronting you. I failed. Can't ever go against the script.
The so-called impossible is merely something that has yet to happen. That's it. Before we split, can I ask you one more thing? Is there anything else in your script about me? I'd like to know what kind of footnote I get to leave in that future foreseen by destiny.
Unfortunately, not a thing came up.
I knew it.
Hang on. I don't.
Don't. What?
Your first question was, do you still have dreams about everyone who died because of you? I don't. Never have. I was born without the ability to dream. I live for this cold, harsh reality. For a little light, and to burn, to keep on burning, until I turn to ash. So, I really envy you.
Is that so? Then you're already living in the waking world.
Khó hiểu quá. Nhưng mà kệ nó
We
đi.
heard about Miss Firefly from Black Swan, but we never expected Miss Robin to...
Oh, I'm sorry that I couldn't be with you then.
Reality cruises on in serenity, while undercurrents bubble up from the dreamscape. Just like that memo keeper said. Stay strong, everyone. We can still do what we can for them. Starting with finding the murderer.
Let's recap everything then. The Trailblazer just reminded me of something. March, do you remember what that family rep who negotiated with us said?
Indeed, we trust that the Nameless has nothing to do with this. And we also beg each of you to help assist the family in verifying the identity of the deceased. That's how it was put, in reference to Miss Firefly.
Looking back, he seemed a little evasive at the time. And he also failed to mention anything about the earlier murder, too.
The family's planning on covering up all news about Miss Robin's death. If news gets out, Penacony's going to turn into a bloodbath.
But the murder that followed closely after was obviously beyond their anticipation. The family had to try and turn things to their advantage by bringing in reinforcements from outside. The Charmony Festival is nearly here. They must be snowed under.
It may also be that Miss Firefly's murder had so many witnesses that it couldn't be covered up. So they went with the flow and let more people on the scene to control the situation. After all, the nature of the two murders is fundamentally different. The family's first protective measure should be against malicious actors among the guests, such as that IPC envoy.
Indeed. He was particularly concerned about that Galaxy Ranger.
Are we missing the forest for the trees here? I always felt that Aventurine's reasons for accusing Miss Acheron were highly subtle. Can we believe him?
At this point, I'm afraid the only ones we can trust are ourselves.
Look, Let's try to gather intel first and then list all the possible outcomes we can. Then we go through them, eliminating contradictions one by one. The fewer facts remaining, the closer we are to the truth. I've still got this sense of foreboding. It's like we're stuck in a whirlpool, spinning around that legacy even after everything that's happened.
This time we're playing the role of a real detective. But before we start, what are we going to say to the family and Aventurine?
As I see things, the family harbors no ill will towards the Astral Express. If they didn't trust the crew, they wouldn't have casually commissioned outsiders to investigate a case that's, in all likelihood, a scandal. Plus, this is the family's turf. Teaming up with them should make things easier for us in the future. As for that Aventurine, well, I'd like to hear your thoughts.
He's complex. He deliberately slow-played his hand during negotiations while running circles around us all the while. He appealed convincingly to both reason and emotion. It wasn't forced, but the intent was obvious. Still, it's good to have contacts among all this uncertainty. Aventurine showed his skills, and as far as our interests are aligned, he can become a reliable ally. We also need to keep a certain distance from the family. Never let them get too close. Teaming up with the IPC helps balance that out. If either side makes a move, we have the option to pull out.
So you suggest accepting Aventurine's proposal to team up?
Yes. It's risky, but we can only wait until both sides have played their cards before making any further judgments.
I get why, but there's a whole lot of bad guys and girls around here, and I'm worried about getting stabbed in the back. He's been bullied a few times now, and I can't stand it anymore. No, I can't accept this. Forget about it. Just let me keep an eye on him. If that doesn't work, we can just turn the tables and use him instead.
Then, could you please reply to Aventurine? Everyone, take this time to put together your thoughts.
À.
Looks like Aventurine is happy with this outcome. Let's tell everyone about it.
Aventurine's goal is to try and recapture Penacony for IPC. To do this, he'll have to bring down the family in its entirety to create a big enough chance. The existence of death will be covered up by the family. So how does he plan on taking them down? It's gotta be something important enough that everyone will notice. But it also can't be anything too out in the open. An attack on the hotel guests? Unlikely. Penacony's guests include quite a few bigwigs known throughout the whole cosmos. People who not even the IPC would dare take lightly. Aventurine is a shrewd merchant, and there's no way he doesn't know that. He's definitely going for the family, and it's just a matter of how. The harmony is strong in Penacony, and almost impossible to take on head-to-head. The fact that the IPC dispatched Aventurine shows that they do not intend to simply play by the book here. Aventurine has devoted considerable attention to her. But this Galaxy Ranger, we know hardly anything about her and can't rush to any conclusions. I was also considering this possibility, especially because he respects you so much and has sought you out before a few times. Perhaps he's also unsure of your intentions and is probing you.
Yeah.
I'm just speculating. In any case, we have to be careful when handling Aventurine. He's skilled at reading people and discerning the right moment to strike. Also, he's clearly a born gambler if he's willing to go all in to win.
Checked off the list.
Aventurine said something that concerns me. He accused that Galaxy Ranger of killing Robin without any evidence whatsoever, but said nothing about her connection to that memory zone meme or why he was stalking you. It was a groundless accusation, which only serves to make him seem more suspicious.
Đúng rồi. Biết gì?
Maybe Aventurine's goal was never to gain our trust. Maybe he wanted to foster a feeling of enmity towards Acheron and make the situation more volatile. Two birds, one stone. However, I asked Don Hung back on the Express to confirm that story about the Annihilation Gang and the lost messages. It wasn't something that Aventurine made up out of thin air. You've met her many times now. What's your impression of Miss Acheron? That fits the stereotype of a Galaxy Ranger to a T. They're eccentric, unpredictable, and fond of being alone. No wonder she's a suspect.
Có nhiều đôi ý kiến thì nó hợp.
Time to waste money, buddy! TikTok! Oh boy! I've eaten too much this time!
I really love Clocky. I hope it's not too soon to bring it up, but I feel like Miss Robin isn't actually dead, but that she's still alive and well. Somewhere. That everything's just some horrible prank. Because aren't we supposed to be inside a dream? How could someone die in a beautiful dreamscape like this? Shouldn't only good things happen here? Whenever I see the Grand Theater, I just can't stop all these thoughts from flooding my head. No. After all, they've brought everyone this sleepy dreamscape, which everyone loves. I just feel like I'm starting to understand them less and less. Everyone's still having a great time out there on the streets. Nobody knows what's happened. It's all so unreal, As if Firefly, Miss Robin, and us were all outsiders from another world. Aw, what a mess. I really want a nice cool drink of soda to help me calm down. But then I'd be just like everyone else out on the streets.
Looks like Aventurine doesn't need anything else. Let's turn our attention to the family's assignment for now. Himiko, what do you think?
Among our current clues, the 2 murders that he witnessed are the most directly connected. I suggest starting here. One thing I'm curious about is, if a person dies in a dream, what happens to them in real life? Seeing as we're at the family's behest, why not pop back out to reality and verify Miss Firefly's situation back at the hotel? Perhaps we could also make a few inquiries about her while out there.
How about we split off into 2 groups? There are still some things worth focusing on inside the dreamscape. I'll investigate those, and we can link up again later.
Worth focusing on? Oh. No problem. I'll leave it to you then.
Huh? Aw, I thought I'd finally get to see Himiko and Mr. Yang go out on a mission together. Oh well. Take care then, Mr. Yang.
I will. Keep in touch. Honored guest, could you come out for a second?
Chào mặt kìa.
I'd be embarrassed too, getting stared at like that.
Forgive me. My name is Welt Yang. I'm one of the crew members on the Astral Express. I believe you've met my colleagues.
Welt.
Is there something about my name?
First, don't you want to know my name?
I already do, Miss Acheron. You're a prominent figure in Penacony.
What are they saying about me?
Some claim that you're the real culprit behind these murders, that the Annihilation Gang's tragic fate at the banquet was a result of your blade, and that you're now attempting to unleash another bloodbath on Penacony.
The Annihilation Gang.
Ifrit of Everflame Mansion.
Tragic fate. That Duke turned his dying body to flames and sacrificed his life as a martyr. He was a determined and heroic pathstrider. Not even a villain should be disparaged like this. And what's more, there were plenty of suspects invited. Do they really think that a blade is more dangerous than that black hole you're wielding?
Keen intuition. Not even the family managed to point out the truth behind this cane. So you must surely know, Miss Acheron, that peering into a black hole is not a wise move. As a potential threat, your knowledge of us has reached uncomfortable depths. Reveal your true identity and intentions. Otherwise, brace yourself for gravitational disintegration.
That shouldn't be necessary. But if it makes the Nameless feel less defensive, I'll be happy to abide. Believe it or not, Galaxy Ranger, Acheron, those are the names I go by to this very day. My trip to Penacony is solely to fulfill an old, final request. I'm here for the Watchmaker's legacy. And that's it. I think I've been honest enough.
Still unwilling to reveal your true identity?
It's not that I don't want to. It's just that I can't. I've come so far, and I can't sum up all of that in just a few words. Everyone has their own unspeakable past, secrets that they don't want to be revealed. And I won't be asking any more questions, such as why the Astral Express is roaming around the cosmos with a Stellaron on board. Is he okay? That memo keeper didn't do anything, right?
He's fine. Let's stick with the topic. Gaining my trust all depends on how much you're willing to reveal.
I've run around many different Penacony dreamscapes just to try and find that legacy. And during this period, I came into contact with quite a few guests. In the process, I gradually came to realize the secret of Penacony may be closely related to the Trailblaze. That's why I've come to ask for your help. I don't have enough proof yet, but I'd like to speculate something. The source of all tragedy lies within the family. If you could trust me, we could find the proof to support this claim together. Mr. Yang, I think you've come to the same conclusion, haven't you?
Let's leave it at that. For now, I'll choose to believe that you bear no hostility. Share your findings with me, and me alone. I don't want vague conjecture to interfere with other people's judgments before we find solid proof.
Mm-hmm. By the way, would you like something to drink? Before we go, how about 2 cups of Wake the Heck Up? No, 4 cups. Because the conversation coming up will last forever.
Chuyện đấy.
I've been watching her closely for a while now, and the first invitation was in the banquet hall of the hotel. She just sat in one corner, keeping silent, chugging down a couple cups of Wake the Heck Up. I told her it's a pungent, bitter beverage, not the taste of sweet dreams, only for people allergic to Soul Glad. And she said,
Really? But I don't taste any difference at all between them.
the guest rooms are charmingly minimalist. An aesthetic you share, Miss Acheron. It's a cinch. This music box. The invitation received by the Annihilation Gang. There are latent memories that linger on it yet. You see, memories of you are not yours alone. They travel in other people, other things. I know much, and I can predict even more. With some help, the dead can be made to speak. The Annihilation Gang, that band of desperados who all disappeared after meeting you. What exactly happened to them? Well, let me reveal all.
Gradation 12. Dreamscape 12. Father, I dedicate this to you.
Well done, Dubra. Wherever they go, shall be met by annihilation.
There it is. It's hazy, but it's Ifrit's voice. The other one is probably his progeny. This is the residual memory from when the invitation was first delivered. They were abruptly interrupted. Then, what happened next is...
They sought refuge in the land of sleep, merely wishing for undisturbed rest, away from the storms. Children of the flame, this marks your rite of passage.
để
She won't be necessary. I alone am enough.
When have those on the path of destruction feared death?
The Everflame Mansion has set out on a journey. Those poor people, they have no idea what lies in wait ahead of them. Memory recovery is going well, but slowly. She'll be here soon, and time is short. There's nobody else here, so there's no need to be delicate. In fact, I think I'd better go all out. What happened? The memory after that is blank. How is that possible? This music box fell into Acheron's hands, and she brought it to Penacony. That's a fact, and that's how it should have gone. But along the way... it's like it's been erased. Who's done this?
Who are you? Who are you?
It's... no. Is this not a memory?
Oh, a memo keeper. Do you serve the Garden of Recollection? Or the Cremators? My name is Constance. A pleasure to meet you. We were supposed to meet in Penacony and spend an unforgettable time together. But that seems unrealistic. Dahlia's not welcome on the banquet store, and I don't need a coming-of-age ceremony. And you, I know what you're looking for. Want her secret? I can give it to you, and then you can enjoy the banquet for me. I wish you unforgettable memories.
Oh. A phone. Wanna listen in?